Okay, what do you do when your plans get totally thrown off for the day by something where you know that the schedule you had planned for the day is definitely not going to work anymore? That's what happened to me this morning. This is my last, depending on when you're watching this, I may post this after the fact, but this is my last work day of the year. And I have a couple more coaching days, and then I have one day for goal setting for myself, but to wrap up my goal setting. This is my last day to really work, and I don't have any coaching today. And so anyway, I checked my email first thing this morning, just a quick check to see if there was anything urgent before I jumped into my planned work, and saw that someone had just booked coaching yesterday morning and scheduled her first session for this afternoon, for today, which is a 2-hour session and involves me prepping to make sure I'm ready for that session and a little bit of time after. And so obviously that was a big chunk of my day. My work days aren't super long anyway, and I knew right away, okay, this plan that I had mapped out for the day is not going to work anymore. So 2 things that I want you to learn from this. And I'm not saying that I do this perfectly all the time, but praise God that He gave me the intelligence to do this, to execute this time. 2 things that you need to learn from this. Number 1, sometimes you might need to, even if you planned out your day and you had a really great plan, you might need to take a few minutes and replan your day. So I just use a piece of paper to plan out each day. It's like a little thing that I just print out, and it's got the day in 15-minute increments. And so I had my day planned out. I literally printed out a brand new one and started fresh because I knew I had to fit in 2.5 hours for that client, which I was so thrilled to do, totally happy to do. It's totally okay. But because my clients are super, super important. But anyway, so I printed out a brand new sheet and replanned the whole day. So it's never too late to do that, and it's never silly to do that. And it only took me 10 minutes, but that was so much smarter than if I had just said, okay, well, now I have to cram all this stuff in, and I am just going to have to do it really fast, and so I'm just going to jump right in and work like a chicken with my head cut off, and it would have ended terribly, terribly. And the second thing is, thank goodness that I had margin in my week. So I had already planned out some work things that I wanted to do in some little pockets of time on Tuesday and Wednesday, when those are my coaching days, so I only have a little bit of work time here and there, but I had already planned out some things. But I had made sure to leave some chunks of time that were open because inevitably things come up, or some task that you plan to get done on Monday doesn't get done because it took longer than you thought. And so I was able to move some of the stuff from today into those margin slots and reduce the time I was going to spend on some things, and it all worked out. Well, we'll see how it works out. It's still Monday morning, but I'm feeling good about it. So try those 2 things the next day your day totally gets thrown off. Replan your day, start fresh, and make sure that you are keeping margin in future days. If you do plan out more than one day at a time, which I don't plan out super specifically, but I'll plan out some, make sure if you are planning out days in advance that you're leaving margin room, because you will need it. You will. You just will. Almost 100% for sure.